kitty cat.
Hey guys, it's Anna and today's a super exciting video where I show you how to make your own dangos. So here is what we are going to be making. They are super duper cute and this is a brand new tutorial where I go through all of the steps with you so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So make sure you have a lot of bands and a lot of patience, and let's go ahead and make these little guys. So without further ado, let's just get on to the video. So the materials you need are a hook. I do recommend a metal hook because it is going to get a little bit tight on the loom. Next up, I do recommend a rainbow loom just because it's a lot more sturdier, but whatever loom you have is fine. So all you need is one loom, and make sure it's in this sort of format with the arrows facing towards you. And next up, you're going to be needing some bands and a lot of bands. So make sure you have a whole bunch. And without further ado, let's just get on to the video. So first up, we're going to start with 2 bands, and just a note that the whole design is going to be double banded. So that means that whatever you're putting on the loom is going to be 2 bands. We're going to start on the 7th peg down the loom in the middle. You're going to take 2 bands and put it on the peg to the right. Grab another 2 bands. And you're going to pop it to the left and downwards. You're going to continue this into a little star shape all around the 5 pegs. You're going to push down and now grab another 2 bands, and you are going to wrap it around the cat band 3 times. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So once you put on your cap band, you're going to go through your cap band and you're going to just loom out all of the pegs. So you're going to grab the top 2 bands and pop it on the peg that it is coming from. So go through top 2 and put it on the peg. So you're going to do this all the way around. Awesome, and now we are going to push down and grab 2 bands, and we're going to go all the way around the border. So how you do that is just going to grab 2 bands, go from one peg to another through the star pattern. 2 bands, up and across and down and down again until you go back to where you started from. Cool, and now grab your hook, turn your loom to the side, and we're going to flip over the bottom 4 bands. So get the bottom 4 and flip it over on all your pegs. So you should have 4 bands remaining on your pin. Like so. Now you're going to push down, and row we're going to expand. So you're going to grab the top 2 on your top right corner and put it up 1 peg, like so. On the bottom left corner, you're going to grab the top 2 bands, make sure it's the top 2, and going to bring it down 1 peg below, like that. So it's kind of like 2 lines and 2 straight lines. And now we're going to do a row all the way around that is going through the whole border until you get back to the peg you started on. like so. Now you're going to flip over the bottom 2 bands, and for some of the pegs, that is the 4 pegs, you are going to only flip over 2 bands. So 4 bands for only 2 bands here, 2 bands, and then 4 bands. So you should have 4 bands remaining on each peg, 2 bands, and 2 bands, and make sure you don't forget this one up the top, and flip over the 4 bands. Cool, and now we're going to push down, make sure it's all nice and organized, and now you're going to grab all the bands on the top, the bottom right peg. I'm really bad at this. And you're going to bring them all down to the bottom peg, 1 peg below. Grab the top 2 bands and place it back on the peg that it was originally on. Come up to the top left. You're going to put all the bands on the upper peg. Grab the top 2 bands and place it back on the original peg, like so. And now you're going to grab all the 4 bands on the middle peg down below and bring it down 1 peg. Grab the top middle peg and bring it back up like what you did before, like so. So now it's like a kind of oval, and now we're going to do the 3rd row that is going around the whole border with 2 bands. So go ahead and just go all the way around until you get to where you started from. Now you're gonna turn your loom to the side and flip over bottom 4 bands and some bottom 2 bands. So here's gonna be 2 bands, 2 bands, 4 bands down here, 4 bands on the middle pegs, 2 bands, 2 bands, and 4 bands. Don't forget the top peg. And now you're gonna push down all your pegs. Now you're going to grab the top right corner, and you're going to grab the top 2 bands, another expanding row, bring them up, top 2 bands on the bottom left, and bring them down 1 peg. You're going to push down, and another row all the way around. Once you've done that, you're going to flip over the bottom 4 bands and 2 bands where you expanded. So it's 4 down the sides and then 2 on the last 2 pegs. Four, then 4 down here, till you get to the last 2 pegs, and that's 2 flipping over. And then the bottom 4 on the middle peg. Push down, and then we're ready for the next row. And now after that, we're gonna expand on the right side and left side. So grab all the bands, put it on the
pin below, and then the 2 bands on the original peg. Do the same up here, all the bands and the 2 bands, like so. And again, grab the bottom middle peg, bring it down 1 peg, and same with the top peg, or like so. Oh gosh, like so. Gonna have to zoom out a little bit. Now grab 2 bands, gonna go all the way around the border until you reach your band that you already put on, what am I saying? Until you reach where you started from. Once you've done that, you're going to turn over your loom and again flip over 4 bands and 2 bands on where you expanded. It's going to be 2 up here, 4, 4, 4 down here, 2, 2 and 4. Like that. Now you're going to push down. And now we are going to expand again. Don't get too comfortable, because we're going to have to expand a little more. But keep with me, guys. I know you guys can do it. So, once again, bottom left, bottom right. You guys should all know this by now. Push down. And 2 bands all the way around the border. Alrighty, so once you've done that, you're gonna, of course, flip over the bottom 4. You're going to push down your bands. And now for the left and right side. On the right bottom, you're going to bring all the bands down and then 1 up. Bring all the bands up. Then bring 2 down. And then the 2 bottom and upper pegs in the middle. Oh. you are going to bring that like so. So now it's a really big oval thing. And then 2 bands all the way around. Again, I know you guys can do it. This is like kind of like the last one. Just bear with me. Do 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 do. Ba ba da ba ba da bum. Ba ba da 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 dun dun. And guys, maybe excuse my voice. I'm a little bit sick at the moment. That's why I haven't really posted as much, but I'm on the road to recovery. I just hate flu because it's flu season and I'm just like got sick twice this flu season. I'm just like over it, but I'll get better. So yeah, excuse my voice. Like that, flip over the bottom 4 and 2 on some. You guys should be experts at this. I hope this is making sense. I'm sure it is. You guys are smart enough. Ah, that did not work out. Scusi wa, scusi tingle. Just gonna put that over here. And then, yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And yeah. And yeah. And yeah. Alrighty, so push down all the pegs. Make sure it's all nice and flat. And now what we're gonna do is, you see the middle, it's kind of getting a little crowded in there, so we're just gonna fix it up. And how we do that was gonna grab the middle peg and just kind of bring it up. So it's like a growing up design, so that's why we pull it up, so then it can continue growing and we can make this little dango. Well, it's not really little, but so we can make it awesome. So you see it's kind of growing, you see your design, oh, it's coming to life. But yeah, now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little thing called transition rows. And so you can get your next color. I'm gonna choose pink. Okay, so transition row is if you want to transition to another color. So if you want to do that, then you can just do what I'm doing here. But if you don't and you want to keep it the same color, you can just keep going, I guess. Whoop. So transition row is you're going to grab 2 bands. So it is still using the 2 bands, but of course it's 1 band and 1 band of 2 different colors. So what you're going to do is you're going to overlap them. So it's kind of like a Venn diagram, and grab the green band or grab the band on your left, and on the same time go through the left band and grab the right band. And as you do this, you're going to fold over the left band and fold over the right band. So then it's like a band like this, and that's called a transition band, I guess. What you're going to do here is you are going to put your color that's on the loom towards it. So it's going to be green, and then it's going to be pink on the outside because we're transitioning to another color. And so this might take a while, but it's only 1 row, so you guys are all good. So once again, I'm going to do the green over here. Overlap. Make sure you go through the band. Through the band. Fold over. Fold over. I should really do it the other way so I don't need to turn it around. And now pop this over here like so. So as you can see, it's like green, it's like transitioning to pink. I find that really cool. But you're going to continue doing this all the way around the loom. What a fabulous way to do a little row, hey, you know? Fold it and pop it on the loom. Pretty easy. Fold and pop it on the loom. What was that? Oh my gosh, I did it the wrong way. Ah. And I recommend putting your color that you're transitioning to in your right hand, left hand. I'm so bad at this, why? And so then as soon as you do that, you're able to do it straight on the loom. Pop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Pop-a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Whoop, that didn't work. That's the way. Far out, this is taking a long time. But that's what we gotta go through. Hem. Yay, we did it! Woo! But you know what I just realized is we have to actually expand another time. Yay! Okay, so we kind of like already did it, but from here, just grab these two transition bands off the peg and just pop it somewhere where you can re-access it. And just pop this one up here. Pop it back on. And pop this like so. And you're obviously going to make a new one. So sorry guys, we're actually going to expand again while we're doing the transition rows. So here, as you can see, I just put one up, so then I'm just continuing the row. And also down here, you're going to grab the top band, just like how you would usually. That is not the top two bands. And you're going to pop it down below and pop that back on the loom. Pop this one back on there, and you're going to have another one like so. And look, it's like we barely touched it. Okay, so now we're going to flip over. I love flipping over, you know. It's 4 bands and then 2 bands where you expanded. Make sure you flip over all the way so it's like kind of even when you finish your design. Don't forget the middle bands. sometimes I forget them and I'm like, oh, and I'll have to go back. But it's all fun and games, you know. It's all experiences. Okay, you can kind of pull up a little bit, just a little bit, and push down all those transition bands, like so. And now let's, again, expand. I love expanding. Okay, guys, we only need to expand 2 more times, so it's all good. You guys can do it because I'm doing it with you and I'm also suffering. But it will be worth it, guys. I know it will because you guys want to make this dango and I'm so glad you clicked on this video. I'm trying to make it as entertaining and not boring as possible. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Alrighty, and now kind of push down a little bit. And now we can just use pink bands, so get rid of those other bands and just skedaddle them out of the way. And bring forth your new bands into the spotlight. So now 2 bands and all the way around, like so. Gosh, this is going to take a long time. What was I thinking when I made this? I have no idea. It's okay, let's do the hardest challenge in history for loomers and do a massive design in the most hardest way. I mean, it's not hard. Do you guys think it's hard? I don't think it's that hard. I think it's just repetitive. But it's really good for your skills because it's like doing a big design with a kind of simplistic method. So I think it's all good in the end. It's all good. Because guys, if you know this looming method, you can really make anything you want. So you go. Make whatever you desire. And I know it's hard sometimes because you don't really know how to make it or what to make. But all I can say is just have a small vision in your mind and just make stuff. You can only learn from your mistakes, you know. That's why looming is so cool. Alright, last one. Flip over the bottom transition bands. And there's going to be sometimes 2. So keep that in mind. Gotta be careful because these are the 4 transition bands that we're flipping over. And make sure that you don't push the green half over. But if not, it's all good because nothing can be perfect. Because we're only getting started. That's all okay because it's all okay. Make sure you get all of the bands or else you're going to be in trouble. Nah, it'll be fine if you miss one band or something. It's going to be all good. The last 4 bands. Wicked. Okay. You're going to kind of pull up a little bit just to keep the design pumping and growing. And now, make sure you push down. And this is the last time we're expanding, okay? I know you guys can do it. It's all good. Okay, so this band upwards, bottom left, downwards, and push down, and let's loom it out. So it's 2 bands all the way around. Okay, flip over the bottom 4 bands or 2 bands where you expanded. Whew. Take a little break, guys. Do a little stretching. Deep fingers. Whew. Alrighty. Now expand again. Yay. I can hear you guys like suffering. But bring it down so then it is expanded. Again, all the bands and 2 bands downwards. Then bring up the middle bands upwards. And we've met the end of the loom. That's pretty exciting, guys. You guys did it. You guys expanded to the max. Have you guys ever done that? I've done it twice before. So push down. And let's put on some bands. So 2 bands all the way around the border. Once again. Now flip over the bottom 4 bands and 2 where you expanded. I might be getting a little bit tight. Whoop, I just broke like 2 bands. It's okay if you break some bands, just try to be careful, unlike me. And that's one side done. Let's do the other side. Flip it all over. Voila! Push down your bands. Holy guacamole. Okay. And pop this up. Height. And look how it's turning out. It's coming together.
Actually going to do 3 rows, no expansions, no doing anything or changing the pegs, just 3 rows all the way around and flip over. We're going to do that 3 times and then it'll be time to transition. So now we're ready to transition to a new colour.
And okay, so now we're going to do 3 whole rows all the way around, flipping over, and then we'll be ready to put on the eyeballs. So yeah, so let's do 3 rows together. Make sure you push down your pegs and keep the bases intact, because you can kind of see it's kind of closing in a little bit because of how tight the bands are all together. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to do a transition row. So get your new colour. I'm gonna choose yellow. Like so, and now we're going to flip over. So flipping over the bottom 4 bands all the way around. And you're going to have to make sure that you flip over all the 4 bottom bands, so then that it's only the yellow or your color that you're transitioning to left on the peg. Like so, and now we can pull up a little bit. So you're going to push down your bands, make sure they're all down to the bottom. And now we're going to do just 1 row all the way around with 2 bands. So this will obviously be your new color. So just 2 bands all the way around the loom to get back to your starting position. That's a very loud crow I'm hearing outside my bedroom. So I've done that, and now let's flip over the bottom 4 bands all the way around. So be careful because these are the transition bands. So just try to keep the new color kind of in the middle when flipping over. Like so, now push down. and bring it up a little bit. So now we're going to add the eyes onto the Dango, and how we do that is you're going to grab your black bands first. So you're going to be needing 4 black bands, so 2 for one eye. So first we're going to just continue our row as we would usually. So once we've hit the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th peg, going up on the loom, we are going to put our 2 eye bands in between here, so then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side, so it's in the middle. That's very important, so make sure you put it on the right pegs. So once you're up to peg 5, we are going to grab 2 bands and put these 2 black bands as a cap band, wrapping around once on the 6th peg. Then you're going to push that down, so it's just a cap band wrapped around once with 2 bands on the 6th peg. Grab 2 bands and you're going to go over that, and as soon as you do that, you're going to flip over these bands onto the 2 bands. So you're going to just grab the cap band, the black cap band, and flip it over onto the peg. So then they are the eyes. Then you're going to grab 2 bands, go in between, and you're going to grab the next 2 eye bands. Let's do a little close up here. So 2 eye bands. On the 8th peg, wrap it around once, push that down, and then go over it from the 7th to 8th peg and flip that over onto the band. Like so. It's a little bit tricky, but if you maybe replay the video, make sure you get it on properly, but that's how you put on the eyes. Now grab 2 bands and we're going to go all the way around just like a normal row. Like so. Now let's flip over the bottom 4 bands all the way around. Now push down your bands. Alrighty, so now we're going to do another row, but you're going to stop when you get to the eye bands. I have no idea what that was. And when you get to the 5th peg, you are going to grab the 4 eye bands and place it on the peg here. So you're going to place it on the 6th peg, and then continue on with your row by placing 2 bands over it. And from here you're going to grab the 4 bands and flip it over the peg onto the bands. So now it's connected from the previous row to the 2nd row. Next band, and grab the 4 bands, 4 black bands. What is... Hey Jack! Can you... I don't know what he's doing. Okay. So then you are going to place the bands on here. Do the same thing. Go over. And then flip over these 4 bands. Like so. Now let's continue on with the row. Feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time. Of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah. Gonna need some more yellow bands. Like so. Now flip over the bottom 4 bands. You're gonna push down your bands. And you can pull up your design a little bit. And it's kind of starting to come together. And now we're going to do 3 more rows with putting our eyes on and flipping them over. So 3 more rows of this colour. It's going to take a little while, but you guys can do it. So again, remember doing the eye bands. Grab the 4 bands with your hook, not the other bands, and place it on the next peg. Grab your 2 bands, move up and flip over the bottom 4 bands onto that band. Then 2 bands in between, 4 bands onto that peg, or you can do 2 at a time, it doesn't really matter. Grab 2 bands, place it on the peg and flip over the bottom black bands, like so. Kind of make sure they stay straight so that it's a more neater design, but we can fix that once we finish. Like so. Now continue on with your row. And you can also pull up your design a little bit. And now we are ready for the transition row. So I'm going to transition back to green. It's quite an interesting color combination I was going for. These were just kind of like the bands I had left. But yeah, I think it's kind of cute. 2 bands. Fold it over and have the new color facing outwards. Then you can push that down. And we are also going to keep doing the eye thingy. That was the wrong color. As well. So remember your new color in your left hand. So then it's easier and more efficient. So when you get to the 5th pin, once again, the 4 bands, sorry. 4 black bands, place it on that peg. Another transition band. And flip it over. Like so. Push down, transition in between. Transition band, and remember for your eyeball to be placed on that peg, then transition band, and 4 bands. And then continue your design by transitioning to your new color. Whoops. Wrong way. And you can see my snapped bands, like that is not good. But I guess it's okay. As long as you don't snap 2 bands like I did, you should be fine. These are a little like they're not official rambling bands, so that's why they keep snapping quite a lot. But it's kind of good to use them because it's such a big design that you don't really want to be using your really nice bands. I mean, if you want to, but I've just like made a lot of these, so I don't want to use up my nice bands as much. But yeah, this is a good design just to like practice and use up some bands. And it's also really cute, so, and a really big design. Sorry about that background noise. Whatever that person's doing, I don't know, but we gotta bear with it. One more, finally. This is taking so long. And woohoo! We have finished the transition row. But first we gotta flip over. Like so. So let's pull our design up. And as you can see, it's coming together. You gotta think of the name of your dango. What name should mine be? I have no idea. When I finish, you guys need to comment down below and tell me some ideas. Okay. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna do 4 whole rows of the eye band with the 4 green bands. And I know that's quite a lot, but you guys can do it. This is just like the really main part, and then after this we're decreasing, and then we should be nearly done. So go ahead and do 4 rows and come back to the video, because I think it's a bit too long for me to be doing it with you. So please pause the video and come back to me when you're done.
So you guys have finished. Congratulations, part 1 of the Happy Dango. Please click up here on the eye icon or go check out the next video to see part 2 of the Dango tutorial. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's go finish this Dango. Bye!